On-page SEO can seem incredibly complex, so it's easy to get lost in the forest for all the trees, but really there are just a few fundamentals that lie at the core of on-page. At its simplest, SEO is about connecting what people search for, expressed as keywords, to what we offer, which is content that satisfies the need and intent of the query. All the other in-between stuff, technical setup, page speed, linking, etc., comes later. It's important, but not at the essential heart of what on-page SEO is about. If you have the keywords and matching content figured out, you're 90% there. Everything else is just greasing the gears to make the machine run better. So your basic on-page workflow should be: Step 1, identify the keywords, finding out how people search for what you offer. Step 2, identify or create the content. And Step 3, make sure the two align. A page properly aligned with its keywords optimizes at least 2 of these 4 elements, but preferably all 4. Well-optimized page titles and meta descriptions, hidden in the header code for the page, are essential. The recommended elements are a headline, the title visible to the visitor at the top of a page, and a category description, a block of text explaining what is being offered on the page. The latter is recommended for e-commerce pages, of course. On other pages, the body content on the page takes its place. But a good category description is probably the most ignored element of e-commerce page optimization. Page titles and meta descriptions are essential because they are primary indicators to search engines of what the page is about. They are also typically what is displayed in search results for the page, so they are important clues to searchers that your page fits what they are searching for. A well-written headline also brings many benefits. First, it confirms to the user that they are on the right page. Second, it further helps search engines to understand the key thing the page is about. So here's a simple checklist to determine if a page is properly aligned with its primary keyword. First, do we know what the page is about? Is it well focused around an identifiable topic? If it's too scattered, should some of its content be split off into other pages? Second, do we know how people search for what the page is about? That's where keyword research and SEO clarity features like Research Grid, Topic Explorer, and Content Fusion come into play. If we are clear on what the keyword for the page is, then we should check for these essentials. Does the page have the essential elements we just covered? Is the keyword used on the page where appropriate? And is the content the right length for the topic, covering it as thoroughly as it needs to without throwing in words for words' sake? Here's an optimal e-commerce category page. It has a concise but optimized page title embedded in the header code of the page, but visible to most users in the Browser tab, an H1 headline that quickly lets the reader know that they landed on the right page, and a category description that helps fill out the context of what's on the page for both visitors and search engines. Sometimes that description is found below the products, but the most important thing is not its position, but that it is present and makes use of important keywords for the page. An optimal blog or article page has many of the same essential elements, but should include a well-structured outline using H2s and perhaps H3s and 4s to delineate the sections of the content, and of course, well-written content that includes related keywords, top-ranking pages used for this topic. SEO Clarity's Content Fusion suggests those automatically. I covered the essential textual on-page elements, but what about the technical side? As I said earlier, proper alignment of page elements to connect the keyword to what you have to offer is the absolute essential task of on-page SEO. But once that is in place, what are the more technical elements you should prioritize to grease the gears of your machine? Let's create a checklist of the most essential technical tasks. We can boil it down to: is each of the essential tags, title, meta description, etc., present on the page, and is each tag populated with the correct data? If you're doing regular site crawls in SEO Clarity, you already know the answer to those questions. Here are all the things that an SEO Clarity audit checks for title tags, for example. You instantly know on which pages you need to implement the principles you learned in this guide.